Whether you're dining in or carrying out, you'll notice the Ville in Scottsville is just as much a community as it is a restaurant.
That goes for the high schoolers visiting during their lunch hour to the families stopping in for dinner. 9 on 10's Lauren Scafidi takes you inside the kitchen for a bite of their homemade pies.
They make pizza, burgers, sandwiches, and wraps here at the Ville in Scottville, but I can't wait to tell you about how they got started in the first place, how they came up with their name, and their school lunch program that they have for the kids in town. So let's go inside the kitchen.
The top key would probably be the pizza, but they do have a pretty full menu with everything with burgers, wraps, and that kind of stuff.
Without hesitation, customer Sean Stenzel says, despite all the options, his favorite here at the Ville in Scottville is no toss-up.
It would definitely be the pizza.
He stops in once a week.
My parents and I usually get it every Tuesday.
It's kind of a flagship pizza here. Like when we first started, it was one of those things like, oh wow, we don't see that anywhere else. We just take a lot of pride in it.
Head cook Dustin Draper says the BLT is layered up with a special garlic Parmesan sauce, mozzarella, and bacon.
Once it comes out, then I top it with fresh lettuce and cherry tomatoes and a little bit of mayo.
Just about everything here is homemade. The dough, the sauces, you name it. Dustin also put his heart and soul into perfecting an olive burger.
Different flavors I thought would go well with it. Just kind of experimented and the recipe stuck and went with it.
The idea to open the Ville came naturally, living right by the high school.
We had so many kids, because our house is kind of just behind the high school here. We had so many kids come over to the house during lunchtime, and just make stuff. And I know Michelle says, why don't we just start a restaurant?
Now, some of the high school graduates still come in to say hello when they're in town.
It means the world. It means the world. Lifelong relationships. Still getting called coach, after they're done and over with high school.
A couple years in, now the restaurant is pretty much an extension of their own home at lunchtime during the week.
Where all the kids just kind of hang out and get out their dramas and just relax and get away from school.
And an extension of your dinner table. Inside the kitchen at the Ville in Scottville, I'm Lauren Scafidi.
And if there's a restaurant you'd like to see featured, we'd love to hear from you. Just send us an email to insidethekitchen@9on10news.com.